Namaste and a very good evening to all the teachers who are joining us in today's Gurushala Spotlight session. So, uh, today's we are going to talk about importance of making student discipline. So, teachers, I Yasmin welcome all the teachers who are joining us in live session, and let's move ahead and know about the Gurushala. So, Gurushala is an initiative of Indus Star Limited and Vodafone Idea Foundation. It is being implemented by Pratham Education Foundation, and our content partner is Jigyasa. So, in today's session, we have our two expert teacher. I just want to introduce them first of all. So, our first teacher is Kennelly ma'am. So, Kennelly ma'am, I welcome you in today's session. So, she has completed her post graduation from GGHS school from Nagaland, and now she is teaching in government higher secondary school in state Nagaland, and she is teaching their zoology and environmental studies subject. And along with this, we have Amdad Amdadul Haq sir from Meghalaya. He is our second expert teacher, uh, who is headmaster of Nayapara SSA Upper Primary School, Mahendraganj, Southwest Garo Hills from Meghalaya. So, both of you teachers, I welcome both of you in today's session. You can introduce yourself. Yeah, Abad sir.
Yeah, good evening, all the teacher. I am Imdadul Haq from Anay Paresh UP School, Southeast Karils, Meghalaya.
Yeah. So we can now go forward and talk about Kennelly ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You can introduce yourself now.
Okay. Very good evening to Gurushala team and to all my esteemed teachers. My name is Kenile Shokri and I'm a postgraduate teacher of Government Higher Secondary School, Dunsang, Nagaland. Thank you.
Right. So, as we have said earlier, we will discuss about the importance of discipline in students' life. So, here we can see our first question, or we can start our discussion with this question. So, we have our question is, why is discipline important? So, if we talk about discipline, so we have to know about that why it is important in our or in students life, right? So discipline is a most important personality traits in everyone's life. If we see, if we can say that it refer to a set of rules and regulation, right, which are to be followed in any task or in any activities. Similarly in student life also, it is a very it is a way of being honest, hardworking, motivated and encouraged while doing any task or work, right? So teachers, we can discuss this question with our live audience now. So Kennelly ma'am, if you share your thoughts on it.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. As the first question is, why is discipline important? Well, I would like to start with highlighting the kind of world that we are living in. I believe we will all agree that we live in a world that is full of distractions. And so self doubt can easily creep in and make a person feel unfit to face the challenges, the chaotic demands of life. And so getting stressed out is a super easy, not just for the teachers, but even the students. So unless we as teachers realize and make our students realize that to be disciplined is a personal orientation towards life, and in order to have a better life, we will always need to have a disciplined life. If we do not realize that, at the same time, pass it on to our learners, I think we will be miserably failing the true aim of education. Because when we say education, we know that the ultimate aim of education is to produce self reliant, strong individuals. So, if we are to achieve that target in our students or learners, I think the first step is disciplining them in day to day life. So, if asked why discipline is important, even the ultimate aim of education and as teachers, it is to produce self reliant and strong individuals through disciplined students. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. So, as ma'am said, now we can move forward. And Ibadat, Imdad Hulak sir, if you want to share any thoughts on this.
Thank you, madam. Actually, discipline is a Latin word, which means it comes from disciplina, means in instruction and training. The importance of discipline. Why is my question is why is important? Why is discipline important? Actually, discipline is a concept which everyone is aware of, but very few truly understand the true meaning of it. It is very important for us to be disciplined on a daily basis. Discipline is the attribute that resists our urge to give in a negative behaviors and help us to focus on all of the positive attributes. The, uh, for discipline, we should know how to manage the time. A disciplined person always has the time to complete all the tasks within a given deadlines. This is because they are focused and they know how to schedule the time properly. They don't believe in wasting time on unnecessary things. They understand the value of time and they know that time once gone never comes back. Therefore, they set a proper timetable and do things according to it. This also helps them to stay motivated and concentrated. This prevents them from procrastination, thereby helping them to develop mental peace and health. Being disciplined is one of the main factors in staying happy. So, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah,
There are so
जैसा
many
कि
points
अभी
also.
या सो अभी जैसा कि हमारे एक्सपर्ट टीचर्स ने एक्सप्लेन किया, वेरी नाइसली एक्सप्लेन मैम एंड सर. सो वी कैन मूव फॉरवर्ड नाउ एंड वी कैन डिस्कस आवर सेकंड क्वेश्चन नाउ. सो आवर सेकंड क्वेश्चन इज व्हाई शुड हैव सेल्फ डिसिप्लिन इन लाइफ. सो इफ अगर हम बात करें स्टूडेंट्स की और टीचर्स की, सो सेल्फ डिसिप्लिन क्यों इम्पोर्टेंट है हमारे लाइफ में. We can also discuss on this. If any teachers, any user who are joining us can, who can share your thoughts, they can write us in the comment section and they can share your thoughts with us and we will address in the in during the session, right? So now we move forward and we can discuss our second question, that is why should have self discipline in life, right? So if we talk about this, we can say that self discipline means self control, the ability to avoid unhealthy excess or of anything that could lead the negative consequences, right? It is ability to reject instant gratification and pleasure in favor of some greater gain, right? So and also we can overcome our weaknesses and we can follow our self discipline and we can move with that, right? So if we talk about self discipline, what is discipline and how can we improve that, so we can discuss this now. So I just want to ask to Kenley ma'am if she can give their thoughts on this.
Yes, ma'am. Um, The question as to why we should have self-discipline in life, like I said in the earlier part of the session, that at the end, the ultimate aim of education is to produce self reliant, strong individuals. But that is possible only if we build confident students, confident learners. And a student who is lacking in self discipline will never be a confident person. So, if we are to say why should we have self discipline in life, I think it's all about confidence, because parents, society sends their children to the school under our care so that we can build confident individuals, confident enough to face life challenges, confident enough to be equipped with the skills of life. So without self-discipline, that confidence can never be built up. So uh, I believe we
Thank,
should always emphasize on self-discipline. And for that matter, I believe no matter how much we talk about self-discipline to our learners, the teacher's lifestyle, the teacher's own self-discipline will talk volumes to the learners. So if we are just only in words when it comes to self-discipline, but our own, we every individual has two life, a private life and a public life. So if our private life is not having enough of self-discipline, definitely it will spill over to our public life. And for teacher, the public life is usually the life that is portrayed in front of our students. So if we ourselves do not practice self-discipline, it will definitely spill over to our public life. That is the life that is seen by the students. So I believe the first thing is we should be self-disciplined so that our life is not messy, so that our life is presentable. And also everybody does not excel in every sphere of life. So I think teachers should also invite other stakeholders of the society that are excelling due to self-discipline routines. Like it may be in terms of fitness, it may be in terms of health, it may be in terms of any other field that other members of society are excelling. I think we teachers, we should rope in other people who are excelling in life because of self-discipline. So, if the first initial target that we teachers should have is that remind ourselves is that self-discipline is needed to build confident students. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, rightly said, ma'am. As you have said that it is important to be confident, and student can also take this skill in their own, so that they can contribute in the society. As you have said, private life and public life, as we all know, we have a professional life and private life, right? In our private life, we can call that there is a our daily life engagement, different types of activities where we can plan our thing, we can go forward with the discipline. Similarly, we can say in the professional life we have to maintain that discipline also, right? So as Kennedy ma'am said, like if we can talk about society, right, to uh, we have to contribute, we can contribute in society if we will plan and we will discipline our daily life. Ma'am also talked about mental health and physical health, how this is impact if we will follow the discipline, राइट। सो आगे बढ़ते हैं, और इसी के साथ एमदादुल हक सर से मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूंगी कि वो भी अपनी जो थॉट्स है वो सभी टीचर्स के साथ शेयर करें।
thank you, ma'am. Actually,
এখন
self
সময় সন্ধ্যা ৬টা ১৫ মিনিট।
actually self discipline means self control, the ability to avoid unhealthy excess of anything that could lead to negative consequences. It is the ability to reject instant gratification and pleasure in favor of some greater gain, which requires spending effort and time to get it. It means perseverance and not giving up. It is the strength not to give in the negative feelings It means overcoming one's weakness. It is the ability to pursue one plan despite temptation to abandon them, delayed gratifications in favor of accomplishing long-term goals. Thank you, ma'am.
या सो अभी जैसे कि हमने डिस्कस किया कि किस तरीके से सेल्फ डिसिप्लिन जो है हमारी लाइफ में क्यों होना चाहिए एंड इसी के साथ किस तरीके से ये हमारी लाइफ के लिए इम्पोर्टेंट है। आगे बढ़ते हैं एंड नाउ वी विल टॉक अबाउट आवर थर्ड क्वेश्चन, दैट इज व्हाई इज डिसिप्लिन इम्पोर्टेंट इन स्टूडेंट्स लाइफ। So now we will talk about students' life and in our classroom, how the discipline can be, how the discipline is playing the role and why it is important there, right? So if we talk about discipline in students' life, right? So we can say that it is important to make the decision easily, right? So it improve their concentration and focus, which is very important in subjects also, right? So and also discipline help them to prioritize their work, or and they can decide which task they can do first and second and third, right? So we can say that it helps the student to remain calm and composed. This help it to maintain the focus and keep moving on with the problems, right? So it will help the students in difficult subjects, right? Discipline helps them to build a positive nature in every task and in every activities they are doing in their classroom, right? It is help to improve their performance in and in if we can talk about, it is important in the classroom also, right? So if we talk about importance of discipline in our student life, how we can improve this and why it is important in students life, now we can share our thoughts here. So Kennedy ma'am, if you share your thoughts on this.
Yes, ma'am. You have already highlighted the importance of discipline very well, and I would just be agreeing upon what you have already said, and that is the world, like I said, it is full of distractions, and in a world where we have social media and smartphones, it is very difficult for the students to stay focused on their daily life goals that will ultimately benefit them in the long run. So if we are to enable our students to stay focused, I think the first step, like we have been discussing from the beginning, is discipline. Because without focused individuals, they can never achieve their target, their life goals. And having said that, we have a huge challenge being a teacher in a classroom because we have diverse need of students. Even children from the same parents, they have diverse needs, they have diverse strengths and diverse weaknesses. So as teachers, when we are catering to the need of the diverse classroom, and we have to inculcate the discipline of accepting our learners and not merely tolerating them, because tolerance has a limit but acceptance does not have a limit. So when we are trying to accommodate every learner in the classroom, in that process, if the students are not being disciplined, and there are a lot of other learners, then obviously they will be the ones being the ultimate loser, because they will not be able to follow the flow of the learning process in the classroom teaching learning transactions. So if they are to stay focused and if they really want to achieve the goals in life and be equipped with the necessary life skills, it is very necessary that they learn the art of discipline. So, hence, it is very important for students in their day to day life to be disciplined and to make it a habit of respecting others, which is also an act of discipline. Thank you.
या वेरी नाइसली एक्सप्लेन मैम। एंड इसी के साथ अब हम सर से जानना चाहेंगे। सर, आप अगर अपने पॉइंट्स शेयर करना चाहें यहाँ पर।
Yeah. For students who, discipline is very important in their life. Discipline helps a students to maintain regularity, which is very important in students that require constant practice like mathematics. It helps the students to maintain calm and composed. This helps him to maintain the focus on to keep moving on with the problems. Discipline helps the students to maintain a proper schedule for everything, which includes time for all his her subjects. Discipline helps them to prioritize their work as per its importance. It improves their concentration and focuses, which is very important in subject like mathematics. Students often find mathematics to be difficult and fear the subject. Discipline helps them to build a positive attitude towards everything. This helps them to improve their performance slowly and steady. Finally, discipline helps students to build a healthy mind, which is very important to develop a healthy body. Okay, thank you, ma'am.
या राइट सर। सो अभी जैसा कि हमने कुछ क्वेश्चंस यहाँ पे डिस्कस किए, जो कि थे कि डिसिप्लिन जो है वो क्यों इम्पोर्टेंट है, इसी के साथ सेल्फ डिसिप्लिन क्या होता है, और हमारा जो थर्ड क्वेश्चन है वो है कि डिसिप्लिन जो है वो स्टूडेंट्स की लाइफ में किस तरीके से क्या रोल प्ले करता है, एंड साथ ही साथ किस तरीके से वो इम्पोर्टेंट है। राइट, यहाँ पर हम देखें तो कमेंट में भी टीचर्स हमारे साथ काफ़ी अच्छे अच्छे रिस्पॉन्सेज जो हैं वो शेयर कर रहे हैं। आई वॉन्ट टू शेयर हेयर ऑल्सो। So, Srivani ma'am is saying self-discipline is important in students' life because it enhances self-esteem and teacher self-control. वेरी राइटली सेड मैम। एंड इसी के साथ अगर हम देखें श्रीनिवानी मैम ने और भी रिस्पॉन्सेज जो हैं हमारे साथ शेयर किए हैं। सेल्फ डिसिप्लिन प्रोवाइड स्टूडेंट विद रूल्स टू लाइव देयर लाइव्स efficiently and effectively, राइट। सो जैसा कि मैम ने बोला कि जो सेल्फ डिसिप्लिन है वो प्रोवाइड करता है स्टूडेंट्स को कि वो जो उनकी लाइफ है वो इफेक्टिवली एंड एफिशिएंटली जो है वो उसको जिए। बिल्कुल सही मैम, आपने बिल्कुल सही पॉइंट आउट किया है। इसी के साथ अगर हम देखें, सत्येन कुमार साहा इज सेइंग discipline is the first step to get success for the teacher as well as for the student। बहुत सही सर, जैसा कि सर ने बताया कि ये एक स्टेप है, फर्स्ट स्टेप है टू गेट सक्सेस फॉर टीचर एंड स्टूडेंट एज वेल। सो अगर हम देखें डिसिप्लिन अगर हम अपना मेंटेन रखें अपने क्लासरूम में और अपने लाइफ में, तो हम एक सक्सेसफुल लीडर बोल सकते हैं। या क्लासरूम में अगर बच्चों की बात करें तो हम बोल सकते हैं वो एक जो गुड मॉनिटर बन सकता है। अगर मॉनिटर हम अपनी क्लास, अगर किसी बच्चे का ड्रीम है कि मैं अपना क्लास मॉनिटर बनूं इस टाइम पर, तो वो क्या ऐसा करे कि वो जो उसका ड्रीम है वो कंप्लीट हो। तो हम बोल सकते हैं कि कुछ इसी तरीके के रूल्स जो हैं वो हम अपने क्लासरूम में सेट कर पाए ताकि जो डिसिप्लिन है वो मेंटेन हो, राइट, एंड उसको वो फॉलो करे। अब वो खुद फॉलो करे और साथ ही साथ जो बाकी बच्चे हैं उनको भी मेक श्योर करें कि वो भी उन रूल्स को फॉलो करें। राइट. सो इस तरीके से हम देख सकते हैं हम स्टूडेंट्स को we can tell students to how important is discipline here, and how can they help other students also, so that it will improve yourself and their self also, right? So now we can go ahead and we can discuss our next question here. So our next question is, what are the skills or quality that develop in student if they being disciplined, right? So अगर बच्चा जो है वो डिसिप्लिन में रहता है तो वो किन किन स्किल्स और क्या क्या क्वालिटीज ऐसी हो सकती हैं जो कि वो अपने अंदर जो है वो बिल्ड कर पाए. सो इस पर अब हम डिस्कस करेंगे टीचर्स. सो अगर हम देखें यहाँ पर, सो ऐसी क्या क्वालिटीज, ऐसी क्या स्किल्स हैं जो कि अगर हम बोले कि अगर बच्चा अपनाता है तो वो एक डिसिप्लिन जो अपनी लाइफ है वो उसमें रहता है. तो अगर हम देखें अभी जैसे हमने बात की मॉनिटर की, तो हम बोल सकते हैं एक लीडरशिप क्वालिटी वो अपने अंदर जो है वो डेवलप कर रहा है, राइट? सो इफ we can say that good discipline generate a positive attitude towards society, and it's create confidence also, right? Discipline help people to build an attitude, become a uh, successful leader. Also it is help in decision making also. The student can learn how can I decide what to do and what not to do, right? As we are saying again and again, people who are disciplined are more focused for both mentally and physically health, right? They are better able to align their body and mind with their ideas and goals. So i- along with this, we can say that a disciplined person is always respected by uh, our society or our parents, right? They looked upon as a role model and as a mentor, right? So through discipline they work hard and achieved their goal, which made them a respectful figure for all of us, right? So and with this we can say that if you will be in a disciplined manner, you will be also you will be perform very actively. Disciplined people have time to do everything very actively, right? They can schedule and they can plan in such a way that improves both academic and non-academic activities, if we talk about teachers, right? So and also in their physical health, right? They know what is good and what is bad for them, and what are the good habits, eating habits, and or sleeping habits, right? So we can say that it's improve our mental and physical health also, as ma'am also said earlier, right? So we can go to the Kennelly ma'am now, and I we just want your thoughts, ma'am, on this.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. As you have very much highlighted skills and qualities that develop in students if they are being disciplined. And even in the chat column, respected teachers have, one sir and madam have already given very beautiful uh, highlight of what it takes, what it means to be disciplined student, or what is built up in them. I would just be adding to that, like I started in the beginning, we have this tendency in today's chaotic life to get stressed out easily. Every one of us is always exposed to the risk of extreme stress, physical stress, emotional, mental stress. So, when a student is disciplined and they learn the art of discipline, what happens is that this contentment is reduced. Because what happens is that we learn to celebrate everyday achievements and targets, and then we feel that we learn to be kind to ourselves, because we expect our learners to be respectful to others, to their teachers, to their classmates, to their parents, to the society, a disciplined student. But what is missed out is that sometimes the students are too harsh on themselves, forget about being harsh to others. And this all starts when the student is not content, is not a content individual because the discipline is lacking. So when the self discipline is developed in the student, what happens is that they learn to be kind to themselves as well as to others. And celebrating everyday achievements and targets, it leads to a healthy individual, healthy student. Also, what happens is that they are able to inculcate patience in them, because I think that is one very much required criteria for an educated person, that is to have patience to face the challenges of life or day-to-day tasks of life. So if the students are being disciplined, I think some of the qualities that I've mentioned, like discontentment is reduced, which ultimately leads to reduction of stress, and patience is developed in the students. They learn to be kind to themselves and others, as well as celebrating everyday achievements and targets. Thank you.
यस मैम। सो मैम ने काफ़ी अच्छे से एक्सप्लेन किया कि किस तरीके से जो बच्चा अगर डिसिप्लिन में रहता है तो क्या स्किल्स या क्या क्वालिटीज़ उनमें जो है वो डेवलप होती हैं। मैं एमदादुल हक सर से रिक्वेस्ट करूँगी कि आप भी सर अपने जो थॉट्स हैं वो प्लीज़ हमारे टीचर्स के साथ शेयर कीजिए।
which which types of discipline we use with our child. The ultimate goal of our presenting strategies should be to teach our child self-discipline. Self-discipline helps kids to delay gratification, resist unhealthy temptation, and tolerate the discomfort needed to reach their long-term goals. For choosing to turn off the video game, to work on homework, to resist an extra cookie when mom is not looking, self-discipline is the key to helping kids become responsible adults. It is important to give kids the skills they need to develop self-discipline as well as opportunity to practice making good choice. And ma'am, in the morning, if a student is well disciplined, in the morning they should do their homework, then take their breakfast, proper manage, with management of time, and then they have to go to school. And this type of quality they can regain if they being in discipline. So thank you, man.
या बिल्कुल सही सर ने बताया जैसे कि उन्हें किस तरीके से वो अपने घर में भी डिसिप्लिन जो है वो मेंटेन करके रख सकते हैं अपने रूटीन में, अपने डेली लाइफ में वो क्या-क्या ऐसी चीज़ें कर सकते हैं जो कि डिसिप्लिन में हो, राइट। सो जैसा कि बताया सर ने कि उनका जो टाइमिंग है, जो ब्रेकफास्ट का टाइमिंग है या फिर अगर हम बोले होमवर्क करने का टाइमिंग है, तो वो हम किस तरीके से मेंटेन कर सकते हैं। पेरेंट्स किस तरीके से हेल्प कर सकते हैं इन चीज़ों को करने में, तो वो भी उन पर भी हम ध्यान दे सकते हैं, राइट। एंड आगे हम चलते हैं, हम देख सकते हैं कमेंट में भी काफ़ी सारे रिस्पॉन्सेस जो हैं वो आ रहे हैं हमारे पास। यहाँ पे देखें तो श्रीवानी मैम जो हैं वो कंटिन्यूसली हमारे साथ जो है अपने पॉइंट शेयर कर रहे हैं। उन्होंने बोला है ऑर्गेनाइजिंग टाइम, फॉलो इंस्ट्रक्शंस, ये जो क्वालिटीज़ है वो क्वालिटीज़ जो है बच्चों के अंदर जो है डेवलप होती है। बहुत सही मैम। एक ऑर्गेनाइज करने की जो एक पूरा हम देखें तो जो पूरा पाथ होता है उसको किस तरीके से हम फॉलो कर सकते हैं, टाइम मैनेजमेंट कैसे कर सकते हैं। टाइम मैनेजमेंट इज ऑल्सो अ पार्ट ऑफ डिसिप्लिन। अगर हम अपने डिसिप्लिन में इसको भी कवर कर पाए तो ये भी हमारा जो है ये भी एक स्किल है जो हम बच्चों में डेवलप कर सकते हैं। फॉलो इंस्ट्रक्शंस, इस तरीके से अगर हम देखें तो हम सभी अपनी क्लास में कोई ना कोई रूल्स जो हैं वो बनाते हैं। हमारी क्लास में अगर हम देखें या अगर हम बात करें ओवरऑल स्कूल की, so we have some set of rules for the students to uh, how to behave in the school and how to take the classes, right? So अगर हम देखें कि किस तरीके से अपने क्लासरूम में बिहेव करना है, किस तरीके से अपने स्कूल में हमें प्रॉपर ड्रेस में आना है, टाइम पर आना है, टाइम पर लंच करना है। सो ये सभी एक रूल हमने डिसाइड किए हैं। क्यों किए हैं? ताकि हम अपने जो डिसिप्लिन है उसको मेंटेन कर पाए। बिल्कुल। सो इसी के साथ अगर हम देखें और भी काफी सारे रिस्पॉन्सेज आ रहे हैं। या सो यहाँ हम देखें तो श्री वानी मैम ने एक और रिस्पॉन्स यहाँ पे अपना शेयर किया है कि जो सेल्फ डिसिप्लिन इज इम्पोर्टेंट इन स्टूडेंट लाइफ बिकॉज इट इनहेंस सेल्फ एस्टीम एंड टीचर्स सेल्फ कंट्रोल। राइट मैम। और इसी के साथ अब हम आगे बढ़ते हैं अपने सेशन में, और यहाँ पर हम देखें तो हम नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन जो है हम वो लेते हैं, जो कि है व्हाट इज द मोस्ट इफेक्टिव वे टू डिसिप्लिन स्टूडेंट। सो यहाँ हम बात करेंगे, we will talk here about some strategies that can be done in the classroom to make our students disciplined, and what are those most effective ways, what are the most effective strategies that can be implemented in the classroom for maintaining the discipline, right? सो अगर हम इस क्वेश्चन की बात करें, सो हम यहाँ पर देख सकते हैं कि क्या क्या अलग अलग तरीके होते हैं। जैसे कि अभी यहाँ पे हम चैट में देखें, काफी अलग अलग तरीकों से बताया है टीचर्स ने भी, उन्होंने अपने रिस्पॉन्सेज जो हैं हमारे साथ शेयर किए हैं। इसी के साथ साथ कुछ छोटी छोटी कुछ अहम जो है वो यहाँ पर कुछ तरीके जो है वो अपना सकते हैं। लाइक अगर हम देखें तो बहुत ही काम तरीके से जो है टीचर्स जो हैं वो बच्चों को बता सकते हैं कि आप कहाँ पर सही हैं, कहाँ पर गलत है। तो वो उनमें डिफरेंस बता सकते हैं। उनको डांटने के बजाय हम कह सकते हैं कि आप ये चीजें इस तरीके से करो या वो चीजें इस तरीके से करो, या हम कुछ रूल्स बना सकते हैं, उनको फॉलो करने के लिए हम बोल सकते हैं। राइट। यहाँ पर हम कुछ लिमिट्स जो है वो सेट कर सकते हैं। वी कैन सेट सम लिमिट so they can clear and consistent rule they can follow, right? So we can also give them attention, right? So if it is the we can say that it is a most powerful tool for effective discipline is attention, right? So we can give our attention to the student to reinforce good behavior and uh, or bad behavior, right? So we can tell them what is good and what is bad for them, right? इसी के साथ हम देख सकते हैं कि किस तरीके से वो अच्छी तरीके से परफॉर्म कर पाए। हम उन्हें एनकरेज कर सकते हैं, हम अलग अलग टाइम पे उनको एनकरेज कर सकते हैं, राइट? सो हम उनके जो गुड बिहेवियर है, वी कैन नोटिस देयर गुड बिहेवियर in our classes, right? So, and we can point it out, praising them, right? And we can be specific on that. We can we can also provide them some encourage line, right? If they can do homework regularly, or they can do homework in very nicely way. We can say that wow, you did a good job in your homework today, or if they can participate in other activities, other school activities, we can say that great to show that you are participating in debate or in any cultural program, right? So we can encourage them also. right? So also we can apply these small activities with them, so that we can also maintain the discipline in our classroom. सो यहाँ पर हम अब सर से जानना चाहेंगे, सर अगर आप यहाँ पे कुछ तरीके हमारे साथ शेयर कर पाए, कुछ छोटे छोटे तरीके जो हम अपनी क्लास में देखते आ रहे हैं, टीचर्स फॉलो करते आ रहे हैं, या हम क्या और नए तरीके अपना सकते हैं अपनी क्लास में?
The most effective way of discipline in a student is in the classroom management. A disciplined classroom is essential for learners and teachers to succeed. Any teacher will tell us that having a loud, unruly class with a lack of discipline is not conducive to successful learning. Developing our classroom management skill is the key to maintain a respectful and learning positive environment. A bit of skills and planning, as well as getting people on board with our expectation and the consequences of our own actions will pay dividends in the attention span and overall engagement in our lesson. In sports also we can maintain the effective discipline से जैसे कि जो कोच है उसकी हर बात मानने पड़ता है, कब कहा कैसे मतलब कौन से प्लेयर को कहाँ रहना होगा, बिल्कुल उनकी बात मानना पड़ता है। अदरवाइज द स्पोर्ट्स विल नॉट बी ए वेल स्पोर्ट। सो थैंक यू मैम।
या जो जैसा कि अभी सर ने बताया कि क्या-क्या और इफ़ेक्टिव वे हो सकते हैं हमारा जो डिसिप्लिन है वो मेंटेन करने के लिए। एक एग्ज़ाम्पल भी उन्होंने दिया कि जिस तरीके से जो कोच की बात अगर प्लेयर ना माने तो हम बोल सकते हैं पूरा गेम जो है वो बिगड़ सकता है, राइट? सो किस तरीके से हम जो ये छोटे-छोटे तरीके हैं, किस तरीके से हम एनकरेज कर सकते हैं, कहाँ पर हम उन्हें पॉइंट आउट कर सकते हैं कि आप गलत जा रहे हैं, कहाँ पर हम उन्हें सही कर सकते हैं। सो ये कुछ छोटे-छोटे तरीके हम अपना सकते हैं अपनी क्लास में डिसिप्लिन को मेंटेन करने के लिए, उसको और ज़्यादा स्ट्रॉन्ग करने के लिए। कैनेली मैम, अगर आप हमें सुन पा रहे हैं, प्लीज़ यू कैन आल्सो शेयर योर थॉट्स ऑन दिस। यस मैम।
Okay, ma'am. Like sir has very rightly pointed about classroom management strategies. I wouldn't deny any of it that he has said, and instead of repeating what he has said, I would like to add some more points, like some practical difficulties and practical solutions that I have experienced in my journey as a teacher in a far-flung area. Actually, I'm from the capital of Nagaland, but when I came here to serve in this far flung area, I came with my share of anxieties, like because I'm teaching class 11 and 12. So they are at the adolescent stage. So we all know what happens at adolescent stage. So I was quite worried, how the teaching learning transactions will be carried on. But to my pleasant surprise, I found that the students are well behaved, even before I had to remind them of the boundaries and discipline that was expected of them. What surprised me when I did some research was that the all the stakeholders of our district are very active in disciplining the students. Like they do not entrust the discipline of the students only to the teachers, or only to the school authorities. In fact, even beyond the school, even beyond the classroom, the students, they are very much aware that they are accountable for their misbehavior, not just to the student, not just to their fellow students, not just to their teachers and school administrators, but beyond the school also, the society, the elders, the religious leaders, the religious places that they go to, they are all interested in their welfare and they are accountable for their behavior towards everyone. So that consciousness really takes the responsibility off our shoulder, in the sense that 70% of our weight to discipline the students is, relaxed, because we are not the only ones trying to dictate, in a way, or enforce the discipline in our students. So I believe the most effective way to discipline students, I don't think we can put all the responsibility on the parents itself or on the teachers, because in the middle, when they are not at home, when they are on their way to school, or when they are on their way back home, they have to have an accountability. And when they know they are accountable, and when they know that the stakeholders are equally interested in their well-being, I think that disciplines the students a lot, not just within the four-walled classroom. As well as, I believe that if the society and the stakeholders are not doing their role, what happens is that if the teacher alone is emphasizing on discipline, the teacher appears more or less like a terrorist to the students, terrorizing them. They take it otherwise. But the thing is, I believe if the students need to develop a sense of belongingness and a sense of peace inside the classroom, that they are going to a peaceful classroom where the teacher does not have to be the sole person responsible for the discipline, what happens is that even the teacher can focus on other areas, other spheres, instead of only scolding them or reminding them, of the boundaries that they need to have. So I believe the most effective way to discipline students does not rely on the teacher alone or the school administrators alone. When all the stakeholders take accountability for the students, I think this is the best, most efficient way to discipline students. Thank you.
या वेरी वेरी नाइसली सेड मैम। सो जैसा कि मैम ने पॉइंट आउट किया है कि जितने भी स्टेक होल्डर्स हैं वो सभी कहीं ना कहीं अकाउंटेबल जो है वो रह सकते हैं बच्चों के डिसिप्लिन को मेंटेन करने में। सिर्फ हम इसको सीमित नहीं कर सकते अपने क्लासरूम में या फिर अपने घर को, राइट। सो इसी के साथ अगर हम देखें कि क्या और तरीके हो सकते हैं या किस तरीके से हम बच्चों को जो है डिसिप्लिन जो है मेंटेन कर सकते हैं, अगर ये सारी चीज़ें हम रेगुलरली जो है वो फॉलो कर पाए, हम बोल सकते हैं हमारे जो स्टूडेंट्स है यही हमारा जो फ्यूचर है, फ्यूचर सिटीजन है वो रहने वाले हैं, राइट। So we can provide these skills, these qualities to the students so that they can improve their self, they can develop their self, right। सो यहाँ पर अगर हम देखें तो काफ़ी टीचर्स ने भी अग्री किया है और हमारे साथ और पॉइंट्स भी शेयर किए हैं। एंड कैनली मैम ने और सर ने जैसे हमारे साथ काफ़ी अच्छे अच्छे पॉइंट्स जो है वो शेयर किए हमारे इस सेगमेंट में। यहाँ पर मैं अब नेक्स्ट स्लाइड में जाना चाहूँगी और यहाँ वी कैन सी द 3 टाइप्स ऑफ डिसिप्लिन। So there are 3 types of discipline written here. We can talk about these also. Like first is preventative discipline. So what are the preventative disciplines? So what we can do in this discipline, we can post some class rules on wall, so we can decide some rules for the classroom, right, and we can put them on the our class on class walls in front of the in front of the students, right. So so student can also look the rules also and follow the rules, right. We can give the rewards to the students for the good behavior. If they are doing something unique, or if they perform very well in their exams or in their test, so we can reward them. And if we can set some rules, so and we can judge them, or we can also provide them some kind of rewards, like we can encourage them, we can appreciate them in front of the class, right. So they feel very happy on that situation also, right. And the third point is involving student management into rules enforcement. As Kennedy ma'am also said that we can include more stakeholders to maintain the discipline in the students, right? So, and the second point is, if we go to the second types of discipline, that is supportive discipline. We can support, somewhere we can support the student to follow the discipline that is created by school or by a teacher, right? So first point is, what we can do is immediate and confident reaction. We can give them immediate reaction. If अगर वो कुछ गलत कर रहा है, हम उन्हें उसी टाइम बोल सकते हैं कि नहीं, इस तरीके से नहीं करना, आप इस तरीके से कीजिए, राइट? एंड हम उनको एक जो इमीडिएट रिएक्शन है वो दे सकते हैं, ताकि वो बार बार उस चीज को, उस मिस्टेक को जो है वो ना दोहराए. And the second is reminding the student of the rules, right? We can remind them again and again. If they are doing against the rule, then we can show them that there are some rule that is written in the wall, and we have to follow them to make our class discipline, right? So we can remind them. We can also give them verbal and non-verbal warnings, right? We can tell them कि ये सही नहीं है, या ये इस तरीके से करना है. तो कहीं ना कहीं हम उन्हें सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं. So we are supporting them, and we are trying to maintain the discipline in our classroom, right? So ताकि हमारी क्लासरूम जो है वो वेल बिहेव्ड हो, बच्चे जो हैं अच्छा बिहेव करे, राइट? जैसा कि हमने देखा है कि रिस्पेक्ट भी एक पॉइंट है डिसिप्लिन में, जिससे कि अगर हम डिसिप्लिन में रहते हैं तो हम भी दूसरों को रिस्पेक्ट दे रहे हैं और हमें रिस्पेक्ट मिल भी रही है. ऐसा नहीं है कि डिसिप्लिन में अगर कोई रहता है तो उसका कोई नेगेटिव इफेक्ट पड़ता है. हमने हमेशा देखा है कि अगर कोई डिसिप्लिन में रह रहा है तो वो वेल फोकस्ड रहता है, अपने काम में जो है वो परफॉर्म अच्छा कर पाता है, राइट? और लोग उसकी रिस्पेक्ट करते हैं, उनको जो है उनका आदर करते हैं, राइट? सो हम देख सकते हैं कि जो हमारा जो सेकंड पॉइंट है सपोर्टिव डिसिप्लिन, हम उसको मेंटेन कर सकते हैं. एंड देन द थर्ड पॉइंट इज करेक्टिव discipline, right? So here we can see we can placing a disruptive student in a time out zone, right? So हम क्या कर सकते हैं, हम एक टाइम आउट जोन बना सकते हैं बच्चों के लिए, कि टाइम आउट मीन्स हम जो भी बच्चे इस तरीके से बिहेव कर रहे हैं जो कि सही नहीं है, या रूल्स जो ब्रेक कर रहे हैं, उनको हम टाइम आउट जोन में डाल सकते हैं कि आप नहीं बोल सकते, या आप क्लास से बाहर जा सकते हैं. और जब आपको लगता है कि हाँ, अब ये करेक्ट टाइम है कि अब मैं जो है वो मैं अब ये चीजें नहीं करूंगा, ये गलती नहीं करूंगी, आप फिर से अपनी क्लासरूम में आ सकते हैं, ताकि उनमें भी जो है वो जो फीलिंग है वो डेवलप हो, राइट? कि वो कहाँ गलत है, कहाँ सही है, ये चीज नहीं करनी चाहिए या क्या करना चाहिए. तो एक टाइम आउट जोन हम क्रिएट कर सकते हैं बच्चों के लिए. हम उनको इस बारे में बता सकते हैं और उनको करेक्ट कर सकते हैं उसी टाइम. हम उन्हें सपोर्ट नहीं कर रहे हैं, बल्कि हम उनके जो भी उन्होंने गलत किया है उसको पनिश कर रहे हैं, और उनको रियलाइजेशन दिला रहे हैं कि कहाँ आप सही हैं और कहाँ आप गलत है, राइट? एंड द सेकंड पॉइंट इज इन्फॉर्मिंग द पेरेंट्स ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स बैड बिहेवियर. हम बच्चों को जो है, बच्चों के जो पेरेंट्स हैं उनको भी इन्वॉल्व कर रहे हैं. वी आर इन्वॉल्विंग स्टूडेंट्स पेरेंट्स हियर ऑल्सो, राइट? वी आर इन्फॉर्मिंग देम अबाउट देयर स्टूडेंट्स बैड बिहेवियर. क्या उन्होंने गलत किया है उसके बारे में हम बता रहे हैं, ताकि हमारा जो पेरेंट्स है वो भी इन्वॉल्व हो, वो भी इन चीजों को पर ध्यान दे और इनको जो है वो करेक्ट करे. सेकेंड इज शेड्यूलिंग मीटिंग विद पेरेंट्स एंड प्रिंसिपल. हम एक मीटिंग शेड्यूल कर सकते हैं. अगर आपको लग रहा है कि कोई बच्चा जो है क्लास में बिल्कुल भी हमारी बात नहीं मान रहा है, या डिसिप्लिन नहीं है बिल्कुल भी, उन पे काम करने की ज़रूरत है, क्योंकि क्लासरूम में इस तरीके के भी बच्चे जो हैं हमें देखने को मिलते हैं, राइट। सो हम उन पर किस तरीके से ज़्यादा फोकस कर सकते हैं, उनको किस तरीके से हम डिसिप्लिन कर सकते हैं, तो इन पे भी हम काम कर सकते हैं। इसके लिए हम क्या कर सकते हैं, हम मीटिंग शेड्यूल कर सकते हैं, ताकि बच्चा जो है उसको उनको जो रियलाइज हो कि वो किस तरीके से जो है वो करेक्ट हो सके, पेरेंट्स को पता हो वो क्या कहाँ पर गलत जा रहा है, और प्रिंसिपल को भी इसकी इंफॉर्मेशन हो, और सभी मिलकर उनको जो है वो जो राइट डायरेक्शन है उनकी ओर लेकर जा सके, राइट। सो यहाँ पर हम देखें तो हमने 3 डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ डिसिप्लिन के बारे में बात की। यहाँ पर कैनली मैम एंड एमदादुल हक सर, अगर आप कुछ ऐड करना चाहते हैं, सो आपका मैं वेलकम करती हूँ।
To point out some about the discipline, some points. Number one, discipline in student life is very important as it helps him to achieve his career goals. Number two point, being in discipline means following a set of certain rules, regulation, and showcasing a proper code of behavior. Number three, a disciplined lifestyle always leads to success, be it academic, health, business, or profession. Number four, as a student, discipline act as a driving principle which safeguards us from going on a wrong path. Number five, discipline act as a canal which channelizes the character of a person in a right direction. Number six, discipline makes our life in a proper routine and helps to follow a predefined code of conduct. Number seven, discipline in our food habit safeguard us from various diseases, helps to lead a longer and healthy life. Number eight, if a strict regime of discipline is followed by the people of India, then no one could stop us for becoming the superpower of the world. Number nine, parents and family play an important role in developing the sense of discipline in the child, which helps to shape his overall personality. And last point is discipline will always lead our way to that success, whereas discipline will always pose a set of new problem and issues in our life. Okay, thank you, ma'am.
या थैंक यू सो मच सर, काफ़ी अच्छे से सर ने हमें जो पॉइंट्स हैं उन्होंने समराइज किया है, किस तरीके से क्या क्या पॉइंट्स हो सकते हैं डिसिप्लिन के लिए। सो उन्होंने जैसे जो टाइम मैनेजमेंट है या फिर सेल्फ मैनेजमेंट है उसको भी एड्रेस किया है, प्रोफेशनल है, प्राइवेट लाइफ है, उसको भी एड्रेस किया है, किस तरीके से ये हमारी सक्सेस में हेल्प करता है, किस तरीके से ये हमारी हैबिट्स में हेल्प करता है, राइट। सो अगर हम देखें तो बहुत अच्छे से सर ने सारे पॉइंट्स जो है वो डिस्क्राइब किए हैं। कैनिली मैम, अगर आप एंड में कुछ ऐड करना चाहें।
Okay. Yes, ma'am. Like you as well as the sir has beautifully pointed out the benefits of discipline. I would just like to add a reminder to all the teachers and to all the parents, and I think even the schools, that we should celebrate disciplined students as school heroes or classroom heroes, instead of always focusing on academic achievers alone. Of course, that is very essential. They should not be sidelined. But I believe we should learn to celebrate a disciplined student, because instead of waiting for the academic year to end, on a weekly basis, on a daily basis, on a monthly basis, if we can identify disciplined students and celebrate them, celebrate their existence, celebrate the way they are self-controlled and respectful of others without crossing their boundaries, without being unethical or being disrespectful. If we celebrate them in that way, we encourage their peers, their seniors, their juniors in the school to imbibe those values, because a healthy competition is built. But if we celebrate only those achievers in the field of sports, arts, music, and academics alone, then those students who are gifted, to respect others and very disciplined, if they are not celebrated, obviously we cannot expect the indisciplined students to get encouragement from them when we are not celebrating them. So I think we should celebrate more of disciplined students and their achievements on a daily basis, at the level of the class also, not just maybe at the school, but at the classroom level also. If we start identifying and celebrating them, I think a lot of discipline can be brought about even in their fellow peers. Thank you, ma'am.
राइट मैम। सो जैसा कि अभी मैम ने बताया हमें किस तरीके से सेलिब्रेट करना चाहिए जो भी बच्चे जो हैं डिसिप्लिन में डिसिप्लिन को फॉलो करते हैं या परफॉर्म करते हैं। सो ये किस तरीके से इम्पैक्ट कर सकता है, पॉजिटिवली इम्पैक्ट कर सकता है हमारे क्लासरूम में, हमारे स्कूल्स में, हमारे एनवायरनमेंट में। इसी के साथ अब हम अपने सेशन में एंड की ओर जा रहे हैं और यहाँ पर मैं सभी टीचर्स जो हमें आज जिन्होंने ज्वाइन किया है, आई विल इन्फॉर्म टू ऑल द टीचर्स अबाउट सर्टिफिकेट ऑफ पार्टिसिपेशन। सो हु आर joining us in today's session, you will get a certificate for participating in today's session. We are sharing a Google form with you all in the comment section right now, and you can fill that form and mark your attendance. You can write your correct name. Please write your correct name and correct email ID so that the certificate will be provided to on the mentioned email ID, right? So you will provide the certificate within 7 to 10 working days after this session. And the link is being shared in the comment section with you all. Along with this, I can also inform to all the teachers, please download the Gurushala application for more updates, for use the application anywhere, anytime on your mobile. So you can simply go to the Google Play Store and type Gurushala, and you can download the Gurushala application in your mobile also. You will find all the sessions detail, all these videos, training videos, session videos there also, right? So you can download it. We will share the link with you in the comment section also. And please click on the link and download the Gurushala now. And after that, also I can address that if you have any queries, any suggestion, any ideas you want to pitch us, you can write us on info@gurushala.cu. And with this note, I would also thanks to all the teachers who are joining us today and are both expert teacher, Kennedy ma'am and Amdadul Haq sir. Thank you so much for joining in today's session in behalf of Guru Shala. And making this session very fruitful for us. Thank you so much, ma'am. And we are
Thank you, ma'am.
ending the session. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, teachers.